Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey, the April cocktail episode.
Yeah, baby. So we are rolling right into April's cocktail,
Yep.
and for this one, we're gonna say distant cousin to the Boulevardier,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the April cocktail is the
Vieux Carre, going back down to the Big Easy. Yeah, having
Yeah.
another big famous New Orleans cocktail.
Very cool. Yeah, so when we put out the Boulevardier, I think was our February cocktail, there was a comment on there from a Christy McClay, and she said, great cocktail, but she also likes say it again?
Yeah, recommended the Vieux Carre. So,
Vieux Carre,
yeah.
Vieux Carre.
Here we go. We're doing it.
We've used, I think, all of this except for that guy, right?
Except for that guy, no, we did a
think
Sazerac. We've done
yeah.
a couple things with Peychaud.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is an all spirit-based drink. Yeah, we've got some rye whiskey, some cognac, sweet vermouth, Benedictine, and 2 types of bitters. Very important. You throw in the Peychaud along with the Angostura.
It's not a New Orleans cocktail if it doesn't have Peychaud.
Yeah, they'll say, yeah, this is something else. You just made up something else. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great drink. A lot of stuff going on, but it balances so well. A lot of places that have this on their, well, there's a couple restaurants that have this, and some places say it's pretty much like the perfect martini, or excuse me, the perfect Manhattan.
Perfect Manhattan.
It's kind of a riff on a Manhattan. If you like a Manhattan, you're gonna love this one.
Very cool. All right, so we're going to, I'm going to step away, and we'll let Adam work his magic here.
All right, the Vieux Carre. So this cocktail was created by bartender Walter Bergeron at the Carousel Bar at the Hotel Monteleone in New Orleans. The exact year, as a lot of these old cocktails are, you don't really know. You know, some people say that one date, some people say another. We do know it was in a book. It was first printed in 1937. In the book, Famous New Orleans Drinks and How to Mix Them. Not them, it's EM, apostrophe. Thought that was kind of funny. Other sources claim the drink was before that. Others say after, like I said. So, but regardless, the Vieux Carre stands as the Vieux Carre stands as the Carousel Bar signature cocktail, even up to now. So, the Vieux Carre, the name means old square or old quarter. For its namesake, it comes from it means the French Quarter. So that's that's where the name came from, and that's the history there. So it's a true New Orleans cocktail. Represents a staple in the cocktail community. It's one of the classic New Orleans cocktails. If you're going to say the Vieux Carre, the Vieux Carre, the Sazerac, you got the Boulevardier and the La Louisiane. That's another one we got to do. That's next. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's an all spirit-based cocktail, like I said earlier. You've got, so yeah, let's go through the ingredients here. We've got rye whiskey. Tonight we're using an older Ezra 7 year. It's 116 proof. I think this drink calls for 100-ish. 100 plus. We like our cocktail strong here, but I think a high proof cocktail in this drink plays well with the sweetness and the balance of the cocktail. So we got rye whiskey, cognac. We've got a sweet vermouth. We're doing a coquille tonight again because it's the best. We love it. The cognac it's a douce. It's not, I don't know. A lot of people might say this might not be the best cognac for this drink, but it is a VSOP, which is something you should probably go in for. It's kind of pricey, even though it may be not the best cognac. Cognacs come in different grades. I've kind of read into this too, which is pretty cool. Learned a little bit of cognac. There's 6 different grades of cognac. This is a VSOP, which stands for Very Superior Old Pale. And cognac's different grades are basically based on the age. There's a VS, which is very special. That's 2 years. So cognac has to be 2 years old. It has to be distilled brandy. Again, cognac is essentially brandy that's been distilled twice and aged in French oak barrels. It has to be aged at least 2 years. So the VS, sort of the lower level, 2 years. VSOP, like this one, is 4 years in a cask. You've got a Napoleon, which is a 6-year cask. There's also some plays in blending with that one. It's not just age. I don't know much about that one. There's an extra old, which is an XO, 10 years in a barrel. XXO, you can guess it, extra old, 14 years in a barrel. And there's another one that's beyond age that's called, I'm going to butcher this, it's Hordillage. But essentially it's a designation put on a cognac that's really old, and they can do some older high-end blending and charge you more money, essentially is what it is. It kind of sounds like bourbon. Anyway, can be pricey. So I think anything above a VSOP is going to be pretty, Yeah, it'll be tough to put that in a cocktail. You're looking at like 60 to 70. I don't know. We make good. We put good spirits. So whatever. Do what you want to do. But yeah. So we got the Koki. We got a Benedictine. A little honey going on. Benedictine is basically the only brand of Benedictine. There's some plays on it, but it's basically a honey herbal liqueur. Two different types of bitters, Peychauds and Angostura. Gotta have the Peychauds. Actually, gotta have them both. Don't want any flavored bitters in this. This is an au naturel. You want to make this cocktail as true to the main recipe as you can. Tricks of the trade, it's a stirred cocktail because it's all spirit-based. You want a mixer. Mixing spoon. We're going to double strain this because we don't want to catch those pieces of ice. Lemon for the end. We're going to express a little oil on top. So we got a peeler, got a little knife or something I'll show you later, cutting board. This drink is served neat. So before all this happened, you should have had your cocktail glasses in the freezer. You can do it on ice, whatever. The glass we're using tonight is, I don't know what it is really. I think it's a cordial glass, but it kind of looks like a stemmed highball, kind of like a Nick and Nora. Anyway, I think it looks kind of cool. Looks New Orleans-ish. So that's what we're going with tonight. Do what you want to do. Coupe, whatever. Pretty easy measurements on this cocktail. You're going to do 3/4 of these guys, 1/2 ounce of the Benedictine. You don't want that. You don't want the cocktail to be too sweet. I think it used to be made with 3/4 all the way across. Tends to be a little sweet, so we're going to do a 1/2 ounce, 3/4 across. So we'll start with our rye, 3/4. But
you're doubling up, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I should explain that too. Yeah, since there's only 2 of us tonight, I'm going to go ahead and make both of our rounds at once. So, 1.5 ounces. New jigger here. Where's 1.5 ounces? Right there. Ounce and a half of your cognac. So cognac's pretty fruity if you've never had it before. It's really going to balance in well with this rye. The sweet vermouth, we're doing the same thing, 3/4. So we're going to do for 2, 1.5 ounces. And a 1/2 ounce of Benedictine. Full ounce for 2. You're going to want to do 2 dashes of your bitters. So, 4. 4 of Angostura. Try not to get it on the floor. Ha ha ha. And you're going to stir. Stirring. There's a whole little technique to stirring. So what you want to be doing is back of that spoon, you want to the back of that glass. And you're essentially letting this the stir move in your hand to keep the back of the spoon on the back of the glass. It doesn't aggressively mix your cocktail, but you're diluting it. You're chilling it. Shaking cocktails, you're adding oxygen, you're adding water at a rapid pace, and you're muting everything down with that process. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to be aggressive. You kind of want to feel the outside. You'll feel it getting sweaty, condensating. It's kind of gross. Once that happens, you know you're in the right place. You can also use a chopstick. Don't have a stir, use a chopstick. It'll do the same thing. All right. I'm going to double strain this cocktail. All right, so here's our, this is something I acquired. I don't know by who, but I think they're cordials. But anyway, I like them. So we're going to double strain this. So we're going to finish it off with a expression of expression of lemon. Right across the top. I don't put the lemon inside the glass, but what I like to do, carve a little notch in the center of your fruit, a little V, and then pop that out, place it right on the outside of the glass. That way you get that lemon the whole time. It's not inside the glass. It's not making it any bitter, and you get that nice smell of lemon the whole time you're sipping on this drink, which won't be long because it's too good. All right, there we go. The Vieux Carre.
Whole lot of things going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Love the neat cocktail. Like, you don't have the change. Like, it's going to sit there and it's going to be the same thing the whole time, which is rare.
Yeah.
Like, so many cocktails are served over ice.
So that's why it's very important to chill your glass beforehand.
Right.
So it just holds it.
It keeps it at the cold temperature that you start it down to, right?
All right.
All right. Vieux Carre. So on the nose,
good.
that lemon just kind of wafts over that. You can't really get too much of a smell off it.
Yeah, you don't smell the whiskey.
Palate's totally different.
Yeah, yeah.
It is.
It's like this chocolate, soft chocolate note at the beginning. It's sweet, then it gets spicy.
Yeah, there's definitely a fruity note that's coming through, which I assume is the brandy is coming through.
And I think that and the sweet, some of the sweet.
Right, the Benedictine, right? Yeah. And then at the very end, there's a touch of spice, but it's not a crazy amount of spice.
Yeah, I think
coming off that old Ezra.
Yeah, old Ezra, and I think the Peychaud has that. Plays with the spice too a little bit.
True.
It's a good drink though.
Very well rounded, sweet, but not like over sweet. It's kind of got like everything. It's got everything going on.
Yeah, but this is 116 proof.
Yeah.
Nah, it could probably hold up.
The problem is
crushing it.
Yeah, you crush this one, you order like 4 or 5 more, and you're going to be rocking into problems.
But for sure, if you like a Manhattan, try this. This is so much more complex. I love Manhattans and black Manhattans, and any play in a Manhattan. But this is so complex. It changes on your palate. It's really good.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 levels of notes easily. That many different levels of notes.
Yeah,
it's not just a easy blend. There's so much going on in there. I don't feel like that's showing up that much until the very end.
Yeah, it's just that little bit of spice.
There's a little rye spice in there, but the Ezra's already. It's a pretty sweet rye.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember.
You're not getting like a pepper, like it's not a crazy pepper, cracked peppercorn or herbally or any of that kind of stuff. It's a pretty sweet rye. So
I love the color too of the drink. Like it's like this rusty kind of.
It gets a little reddish note.
Yeah, you get the reddish note from the Peychauds. Yeah. But I think the Coqui and
the Coqui's got that same thing too, right?
Yeah, there's like this auburn. I guess the Cognac has a nice little auburn color, but yeah, it's like this glowing kind of rusty. I don't know. It looks good in a neat vessel. I don't know. What do you think? On ice, it might get watered down pretty quick. It might not hold up to its true.
Yeah, I think over ice that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Maybe a big cube that it wouldn't melt as fast, but like any kind of ice cubes, I think that would. Yeah, that'd
be cool to try it to see how it changes, because I think that sweetness is going to just disappear with ice. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then become alcohol forward between the brandy and the Cognac and the rye.
Yeah, I think it'd be fruity and rye. I don't know. We'll have to do it again.
I'm not sure. That'd be interesting.
Later. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, Christine Camley. And sorry for butchering your name at the beginning of the video.
Yeah, sorry.
But no, it's a great drink. And even
great.
as it's sitting here, it's just like this chocolatey, honey. I was saying to Kevin, it kind of reminds me of a Toblerone. Those, I don't know where they're from. From the end, I don't know. It's from somewhere in European.
Yeah,
those weird
candy.
triangle-shaped candies with the it's delicious. It's really sweet.
Sorry.
And that's one of the reasons why you have the notch cut, because some people will do that. I mean, it's their option. It won't offend me one bit. The good stuff's already on there. It's a big piece too.
That is. Smell it now. That's.
Oh, there it is.
It's that lemon totally buried really nice nose.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah. That is a very good cocktail. A little complicated-ish. not crazy. I mean, technically it's 4 things plus a couple dashes, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah, line them up so you got all your...
That's the one that makes me nervous, though, is the Cognac, because not knowing anything about Cognac, like,
Yeah.
boy, is that hit or miss of, am I going to buy something that's going to ruin it or that's going to add to it? Man, now that opens up so many options, though.
Oh, what do you mean?
Different ryes.
Oh, yeah.
Different notes coming off of that. Different cognacs. Different notes coming off of that.
Yeah, different
Like,
vermouth.
man, that could get really crazy. You can get really crazy with this guy.
Yeah, man, like a Jack, I don't know, either the Jack single barrel rye or like something that would, like close to hazmat, I think would hold up. This, I don't know. I don't get any burn or any kind of...
Yeah, I mean, there's enough, I guess, other stuff. Yeah, because the cognacs, what's the proof on the cognac?
Oh, that's a good question. It's 40 something, I think. It's not that. I think it's on the back.
40% alcohol.
40. Okay.
All right. I was wondering if that brought it down. But no, I mean, it's up there.
And that's the other thing too. Everything has alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, even bitters. Some people forget that too, but bitters are 44% alcohol. There's more alcohol in a bitter than the cognac, and we've got it. Yeah, it's all alcohol.
It's all alcohol.
Well, hell yeah. So a couple of these, and you'll be right for whatever. The evening, the dinner, the cocktail party.
This will set you up real good.
Yeah.
Adam, again, another great cocktail. Hit it out of the park, man. This is
Not
delicious.
saying it's not one of my favorite things to do, but it's kind of one of my favorite things to do. Yeah.
This is delicious. Great cocktail for April.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Just want to jump in on the April side. So for April, we do a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish.
Oh, that's right.
World Make-A-Wish Day is April 29th. My son's birthday was April 23rd. The whole impetus for starting this channel was a nod to my son's Make-A-Wish, which was to be a YouTube star. He got to kind of be a YouTube star on the episode about him getting his wish. Never actually got to start a channel or any of that kind of stuff. So we started this channel as a nod in his honor, whatever words you want to use in that one. So we do the fundraiser. You'll see a link down in the description. If you click on that and you make a donation, anything you donate will match up to $500. So it's a great cause. It's a great charity. What they do for these kids is amazing. Yeah. How much it just impacts those kids. It makes them feel like kids again for at least a day or a weekend or something along those lines. So yeah. It's a great charity, and I love supporting it. So would really appreciate if you would support it as well. On that note, we will wrap this up. The Vieux Carre is a really solid cocktail. If you have some cognac in your cupboard that you haven't used because you don't really like cognac, but you like some rye whiskeys, I think this is a cocktail that'll help you use that cognac.
Yeah. Or if you got everything else and you don't have that, it's worth getting to try this.
It's worth trying it
for sure.
Yeah, it's a great combination, great profile. Really enjoy it.
Yep.
So, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.
Cheers.